You believe you are the master of your own house. You believe that when you wake up in the morning, you are consciously choosing your thoughts, selecting your actions, and directing your destiny with a steady hand. This is the single greatest illusion of human existence. It is a lie you tell yourself to sleep at night. The brutal reality is that 95% of who you are is a set of memorized behaviors, emotional reactions, and hardwired beliefs that run like a relentless computer program in the background. You are not living your life. Your programming is living it for you. You have felt the crushing weight of this truth, even if you could not name it. Think of the times you set a goal. You stand in front of the mirror and declare, "I will be confident," "I will be wealthy," or "I will finally stop procrastinating." You summon your conscious mind, your willpower, to force this change. For a few days, perhaps a week, it works. You feel a surge of control, but eventually the willpower fades. The old habits creep back in like a fog. The anxiety returns. The self-sabotage kicks in at the exact moment of opportunity. Why does this happen? Why do you fail over and over again, despite your best intentions? Because you are trying to fight a Goliath with a toothpick. Your conscious mind, the part of you that wants to change, the part that has goals and logic, is only 5% of your brain. The subconscious mind, the part that resists change, the part that holds your trauma and your habits, is the other 95%. It is the Leviathan beneath the surface. And in a battle between willpower and the subconscious wins every single time. You must understand that the subconscious mind does not care about your happiness. It does not care about your success, your bank account, or your legacy. It cares about one thing only: survival. And to the primitive machinery of the subconscious, survival equals familiarity. Anything unknown, even if it is something good for you, like immense success or total freedom, registers as a threat. It is uncharted territory. So the moment you try to step out of your comfort zone, the moment you try to elevate yourself, your subconscious pulls the emergency brake. It floods your body with cortisol. It creates doubt. It whispers, "You aren't ready," or "This is too hard." This is not you thinking. This is the program protecting itself. Most people live and die as slaves to a script they did not write. This script was coded into you between the ages of 0 and 7. In those years, your brain was in a hypnotic state. You had no filter. You absorbed the fears of your parents, the limitations of your teachers, and the arbitrary rules of society directly into your hard drive. You are running an operating system designed by a frightened child on the hardware of an adult. To change your life, you cannot simply think positive. Positive thinking is merely the conscious mind shouting at the subconscious. It is like trying to change what is on your computer screen by yelling at the monitor. It is futile. You have to go deeper. You have to change the hard drive. You have to rewrite the code. This is where meditation becomes a weapon. We are not talking about the soft, passive relaxation that is sold to the masses. We are not talking about sitting under a tree to clear your mind and feel peaceful for 20 minutes. That is a sedative. That is an escape. We are talking about self-surgery. We are talking about entering the operating system of your own brain and ruthlessly cutting out the virus of mediocrity. To do this, you must understand the barrier that stands in your way, the critical factor. Between your conscious and subconscious mind, there is a firewall. It is called the analytical mind. When you are in your normal waking state, what scientists call beta brain waves, This firewall is up. It is thick and impenetrable. If you say, "I am wealthy," while you are currently broke, the analytical mind rejects it immediately. It says, "No, you're not. Look at your bank account. Look at your debts." The door is locked. The command is rejected. Real meditation is the art of slowing down your brain waves, moving from the high-stress frequency of beta into the trance-like states of alpha and theta. In theta, the analytical mind goes to sleep. The firewall comes down. The door to the command center swings open. In this state, you are no longer a body, no longer a name, no longer a past. You are pure consciousness. And in this state, whatever you plant in the garden of your mind, the subconscious must accept as truth. It has no choice. It cannot distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. If you can plant the feeling of power, of abundance, of absolute sovereignty while in this state, your subconscious will begin to rewrite your biological reality to match it. But to get there, you must be willing to sit in the fire. You must be willing to face the darkness of your old self before you can build the new one. The process requires courage, not comfort. It begins by understanding that you are the architect of your own prison, and therefore, you are the only one who can dismantle it. You cannot build a marble palace on a swamp. Before you can install a new program of power, success, and abundance, you must delete the old program of victimhood, scarcity, and fear. This is the critical step that most seekers skip. They try to layer success on top of insecurity. They try to paint over the cracks in the foundation. It never sticks. The foundation is rotten. To reprogram your mind, you must first dissociate from your current identity. You must be willing to kill the person you used to be. In the meditative state, as your brain waves slow down, you must practice the art of unbecoming. You must understand that your current identity is inextricably linked to your external environment. You wake up in the same bed. You see the same room. You look at the same phone. You see the same people, and you go to the same job. These external cues trigger the exact same circuits in your brain. They remind you of who you are. They lock you into the past. I am the person who is anxious. I am the person who is broke. I am the person who is alone. To change, you must disconnect from your environment completely. You close your eyes to cut off the visual cues. You sit still to cut off the physical cues. You retreat into the blackness. You become nobody, no thing, nowhere, in no time. As you sit in this darkness, stripping away the layers of your identity, the old self will fight back. It will not go quietly. Your body is addicted to the chemicals of stress. It is addicted to the cortisol and adrenaline of your daily struggle. It has become accustomed to the feeling of suffering. It feels like home. When you try to get quiet, when you try to deny the body its usual fix of anxiety, the body will scream. It will create physical sensations to distract you. It will make your nose itch. It will make your back hurt. It will suddenly remind you of an email you didn't send or a conversation that happened 5 years ago. This is not accidental. This is the body saying, "Hey, we are supposed to be stressed right now. We are supposed to be suffering. Give me my chemical fix." This is the battle for your soul. If you get up, if you check your phone, if you shift your posture to get comfortable, the program wins. You remain a slave to the body. But if you sit through the discomfort, if you command the body to sit like a disciplined dog, you reclaim the throne. You are sending a new signal. You are not the master. I am the master. Every time you bring your attention back from a distraction to the present moment, You are severing a neural link to the old self. You are literally pruning the synaptic connections of your past. You are untying the knots of your old personality. It is uncomfortable. It is supposed to be. You are breaking the chains of addiction that have bound you to a mediocre reality. You are dying to the person you used to be so that a new power can be born. Once the firewall of the analytical mind is breached and the clamoring of the old self has been silenced, you enter the void. This is the fertile ground of the Theta State. This is the 0-point field where you stop being a creation of your past and become the creator of your future. In this blackness, you are the architect. But you must understand the tools of your trade, for the subconscious mind does not speak English. It does not speak in words, logic, or reason. You cannot simply command it with dry sentences. The language of the subconscious is composed of two primitive elements, images and emotions. A thought alone is merely an electrical signal in the brain. It is dry and unfeeling. An emotion alone is a magnetic charge in the body. It is chaotic and undirected. But when you combine a crystal clear intention, a specific image of what you want, with an elevated emotion, the feeling of already having it, you create a new electromagnetic signature. This signature is the only language the field understands. This is where the vast majority of people fail. They try to change their reality from a state of lack. They chant affirmations like, "I am wealthy," but inside they feel poor. They say, "I am healthy," but inside they feel afraid. The subconscious mind ignores the words and obeys the feeling. If there is a mismatch between your thought and your emotion, the program will not change. You are broadcasting static. To become a master of your own mind, you must reverse the way you have been taught to live. Most people live by the cause and effect model of Newtonian physics. They wait for something outside of them to change how they feel inside. They say, "I will feel happy when I get the promotion. I will feel secure when I get the money. I will feel loved when I find the partner." This is the victim model. You are surrendering your power to the environment. You are waiting for the world to dictate your internal state. You are living as a materialist, defined by what you can touch and see. The master operates by causing an effect. The master changes his inner world to force the outer world to comply. You must feel the gratitude of wealth before the money arrives. You must feel the stability of power before the title is bestowed. You must feel the wholeness of health before the healing occurs. Why is this necessary? Because your body is the unconscious mind. It does not know the difference between an actual physical experience and an experience you are vividly imagining with intense emotion. If you mentally rehearse your future, seeing the specific details, hearing the sounds, smelling the air, and you combine that with the visceral emotion of joy, gratitude, or power, your body believes it is happening right now. Your body begins to manufacture the specific chemicals that match that reality. It begins to upregulate new genes and downregulate old ones. You are literally signaling the gene ahead of the environment. You are changing your biology to look like you have already experienced your future. You are not hoping for a result. You are becoming the result. This is the application of Hebb's law. Neurons that fire together, wire together. By repeatedly rehearsing this new state, by forcing your brain to fire in these new sequences and your body to feel these new emotions, you are hardwiring a new software program. You are installing the architecture of a new personality. And since your personality creates your personal reality, your life must change. It is not a wish, it is a law. You are moving from being a record of the past to being a map of the future. You are collapsing the timeline. In the quantum field, the event has already occurred. You are simply tuning your frequency to match it. Do not leave the void until you feel the shift, a physical sensation of relief or knowing that the command has been accepted. When you feel that relief, the work is done. The seed is planted. Now we descend into the practical application. We move from the library of theory to the laboratory of the mind. Understand that what follows is not a passive exercise. It is a mental protocol that requires the same intensity and focus as lifting a heavy weight. You are bending reality to your will, and reality is stubborn. Begin by sitting in a darkened room, your spine erect, your body still. Close your eyes and cut the feed to the external world. Your first objective is to slow the frequency of your brain waves from the chaotic, high beta state of survival into the coherent, rhythmic state of alpha and theta. To do this, you must shift your focus from things to nothing. In your waking life, you are obsessed with matter, people, objects, places, time. This keeps your brain analytical. To bypass the firewall, you must focus on space. Become aware of the vast, empty space behind your eyes. Feel the volume of space between your ears. Extend your awareness to the space around your body, the space in the room, the space between the walls. When you focus on space, on nothing material, your brain ceases its analytical processing. It switches from a convergent focus to a divergent focus. The noise quiets. The static clears. You are now slipping into the operating system. You are now the quantum observer. In this black void, you must now call up the hologram of your desired self. This is where most people fail. They view their future like a movie screen in the distance. They see themselves over there, enjoying the success. This creates separation. It reinforces the idea that the success is out there, separate from you. You must step into the screen. You must merge with the avatar. You must see through the eyes of the future you. If your command is wealth, do not just see a bank balance. Feel the leather of the chair you are sitting in. Smell the scent of the room. Hear the specific silence that comes with total financial security. If your command is health, feel the vitality rushing through your legs. Feel the strength in your lungs. If your command is power, see the faces of the people across the table. Notice how they look at you with respect. Hear the timbre of your own voice, calm, authoritative, unhurried. You are constructing a sensory reality so vivid, so undeniable, that your brain stops distinguishing it from the present moment. Now, add the fuel. The image provides the blueprint, but the emotion provides the power. You must summon the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is not a vague hope. It is a visceral chemical change in your body. You must feel the profound relief that the struggle is over. You must feel the electric surge of invincibility. You must feel the overwhelming gratitude that it is finally done. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. When you are grateful, your body believes the event has already occurred. You cannot be grateful for something that hasn't happened yet. Therefore, by feeling gratitude, you trick the body into believing the future is now. As you hold this image and this emotion, your mind will try to wander. The old self will try to drag you back to the known. It will remind you of your debts, your pain, your limitations. It will scream, "This is not real." Do not fight it with anger. Simply acknowledge the distraction, say no, and ruthlessly drag your focus back to the hologram. This is the rep. This is the bicep curl of the mind. Every time you return to the vision, you are burning a new neural pathway. You are physically changing the structure of your gray matter. You must sustain this state. You must loop this scene and this feeling over and over again until you reach the tipping point. This is a distinct moment in the meditation where the effort disappears. You cross a threshold. You no longer feel like you are trying to visualize. You feel like you are there. The separation collapses. The wanting disappears because you feel like you already have it. You feel a wash of peace, a deep knowing. This is the moment the seal is broken. You have collapsed the wave function. You have imprinted the command onto the subconscious mind. Do not open your eyes until you feel this shift. Do not get up until you are a different person than the one who sat down. The work in the dark is done. Now the reality must follow. The meditation does not end when you open your eyes. That is merely the rehearsal. The rest of the day is the performance. This is the fatal error that destroys the progress of the amateur. He sits in the dark for 20 minutes, feeling the expansive energy of wealth, power, and freedom. He successfully reaches the Theta State. But the moment he opens his eyes, the moment his phone buzzes, the moment he steps into traffic, he unconsciously reverts to the default settings of his past. He reacts with impatience. He shrinks in the face of conflict. He worries about the future. If you spend 20 minutes in the void feeling like an emperor, and then you stand up and immediately react to your environment with the anxiety of a servant, you have completely nullified the ritual. You have disconnected from the energy of your future and plugged yourself back into the dying energy of your past. You are signaling to the quantum field that your vision was a lie and your current reality is the truth. The field always obeys the strongest signal. By reacting to your outer world, you are telling your brain that the environment is the master and you are the victim. To truly reprogram the mind, you must bridge the gap between the internal world and the external world. You must master the walking meditation. This means you must carry the emotional signature of your future with you into the chaos of the day. You must wear your new identity like a second skin. When you walk into your office, you do not walk in as the person who is frustrated and overlooked. You walk in as the architect you visualized in the dark. You breathe like him. You move like him. You respond to problems with his level of detachment and authority. This requires a relentless, almost militant level of self-awareness. You must watch yourself like a hawk. During your day, the old self will try to reassert control. It will use the triggers of your environment to hijack your emotional state. Someone will disrespect you. A bill will arrive. A plan will fail. The chemical urge to react with anger, fear, or despair will be intense. In that precise moment, you must catch yourself. You must say stop. You must remember the feeling you created in the dark. You must consciously lower your brain waves, take a breath, and refuse to let the environment dictate your internal state. If you can maintain the emotional state of your future while living in the lack of the present, your reality has no choice but to change. It is a law of physics. The mirror of reality must reflect the image being cast. When you hold this frequency, you will begin to see side effects. You will call them coincidences. They are not. You will see doors open that were previously locked. You will see people who used to ignore you suddenly seek your approval. You will find money appearing from unexpected sources. This is not magic. This is simply you operating the machine correctly for the first time in your life. You are no longer a victim of your programming. You are the programmer. But you must be consistent. You cannot do this once a week and expect a revolution. You are rewriting a lifetime of code. If you miss a day, you slide back. If you surrender to a bad mood, you lose ground. You must view this as a war for your own mind. There is no neutral ground. You are either creating your future or you are repeating your past. You are either the master of your attention or you are a slave to your distractions. The mind is a fortress, and we have just handed you the keys to the gate. But knowing the path is not the same as walking it. Most of you will listen to this, feel a momentary spark of motivation, and then return to the sleep of your old life. Do not be that person. Seize the controls. If you are ready to take this protocol from a concept to a weapon, if you are ready to access the specific audio tracks designed to induce the Theta State and bypass the critical firewall, click the link in the description to join our private library. The tools are there. The will must come from you. Subscribe now. Stop drifting. Start driving. We will see you in the void.